A boxing event that was hyped like it would be the best thing you could ever catch, the best spectacle that you would ever be a part of. Two superstars across different spheres coming together to fight it out. The publicity was massive, the craze, the fanfare, all the build-up to make Mike Tyson, the baddest man on earth, versus Jake Paul, a YouTuber, was sensational. An OTT platform was live streaming it. The media was hard selling it. It was meant to be the perfect popcorn consuming event. End result, the most underwhelming bout and an even more disappointing after party. A fight that began on this note. Yeah, that was the hype just before the fight took place over the weekend, and that ended up something like this. That's not what the crowd had come to witness. In a unanimous decision, Jake Paul was declared the winner by all three judges. Mike Tyson was seen as a floundering second at best. He failed to attack, and Jake Paul threw in enough punches to end up on the winning side. And don't worry, we won't, of course, dissect or go into a detailed account of the review of that fight, but how the entire exercise ended up being a bit of a failure on all counts. One, the fight itself was clearly a massive disappointment. Take Jake Paul's entry. Number two, he did not come in a car or any cool motorbike, but a custom-made truck bigger than his boxing career ever was. It didn't just stop there. Jake's flamboyant boxing gear was on display, one that is estimated to cost $1 million. It featured 380 carats of real diamonds. So opulence, check. Going overboard, check. Being practical, we are still checking that out. So imagine all of that just to punch out a retired boxer. Honestly, Jake's entrance told you everything about this fight. All fluff and glitter, and no real substance. It was for the optics, especially when this event was promoted as the clash of two titans. And the hype was going through the roof.
I think for Tyson on his side, it's definitely risky. Hoping nobody gets seriously injured tonight. Hoping this is Tyson's last fight. Because Jake is a lot younger and more stout. You know?
We're really here for Tyson because I followed him in the 80s. So I really liked him in the 80s. Now, whether he's up to it or not with this younger guy, you know, is going to be seen. But I'd say if he can do good within the first, second round, he might be able to do it, you know, if he goes for a knockout. But if he has to go the whole 8 rounds, it could be trouble for him.
I got my money on Tyson all the way. People say it's the age difference. It's only 30 years old. He still got the beast in his eyes. He's going to win.
And to be honest, it worked. Netflix saw massive numbers of people tuning in, so much so that the OTT platform suffered significant outages. Users reported buffering, many said the application malfunctioned. Over 85,000 users reported issues in the US. Yeah, all those messages, those signs, if you were one of those viewers tuning in and had to see black like I did, honestly, that was probably a sign to switch off, tune off right then. But for those who persisted, like me, the match started off slow. Tyson, who hadn't fought professionally in 19 years, probably showed, came out swinging in round 3. He landed a couple of decent shots on Paul, but Paul somehow kept a fight that maybe should have ended sooner going, firing in some solid punches occasionally to keep things a little interesting. As the rounds went on, it became evident that Tyson's age wasn't doing him any favors. His once feared knockout power was nowhere to be seen. In the end, Jake Paul, of course, ended up paying his respect to Mike Tyson.
First and foremost, Mike Tyson. It's such an honor. He's the GOAT. I look up to him, I'm inspired by him, and we wouldn't be here today without him. This man is an icon, and it's just an honor to be able to fight him. I didn't prove nothing to anybody, only to myself. I'm not one of those guys that looks to please the world. I'm just happy with what I can do.
His opponent in the ring, Mike Tyson, also responded, being all modest.
This is one of those situations when you lost but still won. I'm grateful for last night. No regrets to get in ring one last time. To have my children see me stand toe-to-toe and finish 8 rounds with a talented fighter half my age in front of a packed Dallas Cowboys stadium is an experience that no man has the right to ask for.
Not the kind of end that we were hoping to witness, but let's be honest, Jake Paul could have ended the fight way earlier. Instead of finishing it, he kept the match on, letting Tyson hang around longer than he should have, almost like he was trying to avoid an embarrassment for Tyson. This fight will surely go down in history, not for the reasons anyone hoped it would, though. It's a prime example of how we all got tricked into buying into something that wasn't going to end the way we hoped it to, only to realize it was all a farce. The only real winners were the promoters. The fight was not about respecting boxing as a sport. It was about creating the headlines, generating that buzz, the views and the chatter. And in that sense, yes, it was a success.